Hello, everyone. My name is Karina, and today I will be talking about the theme of revenge based on pop culture, art, and literature. So, for the movie, I chose Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. It was directed by Tim Burton and it starred Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter. So, the story is about this man named Benjamin Barker who owns a very successful barbershop in this town in London called Fleet Street. He also has a daughter named Joanna, and his wife is named Lucy. Unfortunately, he gets falsely convicted of a crime by Judge Turpin, who is played by Alan Rickman. And the judge does that so he can get closer to Benjamin's wife. And Benjamin gets sent off to Australia. 15 years later, he comes back to London. He changes his name to Sweeney Todd and reopens his barbershop. Below his barbershop, there's a meat pie shop owned by Mrs. Lovett, who is played by Helena Bonham Carter, and they start working together. So what they do is that Sweeney Todd kills his customers, and then Mrs. Lovett uses the corpses to make her meat pies. So obviously, Sweeney comes back to London to get revenge on Judge Turpin for making him lose his family, his business, and his reputation. And also, there's rumors going around the town that Judge Turpin sexually assaulted Lucy, and he also has custody of Joanna. So, for the literature, I chose the novel Carrie, written by Stephen King. Carrie is a 16-year-old high school student who has telekinetic powers. Sadly, she is bullied by her classmates constantly because she's kind of an outsider, and she doesn't have a loving family at home because she only lives with her mom, and her mom is very religious and thinks that Carrie's telekinetic powers are some sort of devil's magic. So one day, Carrie goes to school and she gets her first menstrual cycle, and all the girls make fun of her, and especially this girl named Chris, who is the main bully. So Chris gets suspended and is not allowed to go to the prom thanks to her bullying Carrie, and she wants to get revenge on Carrie. So she convinces her boyfriend and his friends to collect pig's blood to spill it all over Carrie, which eventually they do. And Carrie leaves the dance and sets the whole school on fire and kills hundreds of people along the way, and also stops her mother's heart because she eventually is because her mom wanted to kill Carrie on the same night of prom night. So at first we see Chris trying to get revenge on Carrie for making her get a suspension and exclusion from prom. However, it kind of backfires because Carrie releases her rage and her telekinetic powers, and it results to basically most of the people in the town dying, including Chris. So for the song, I chose Sippy Cup, written by Melanie Martinez for album Crybaby. So this album has a collection of songs that tell a story. Sippy Cup is related to Dollhouse, a song about a dysfunctional family under closed doors, but they are the perfect family to the public. So the story starts with the dad being unfaithful to the mom, and the mom copes with her husband's infidelity by drinking alcohol. But one day she has had enough of living this facade of a life and acting like everything is perfect and her husband's infidelity, so she kills him and his mistress. So as we can see, her husband's affair and the pressure of society of being a perfect family took a toll on her emotionally that caused her to kill her husband. So from the class book, I chose The Cask of Amontillado. It was written by Edgar Allan Poe in 1846. So the story is about Montresor, the main character, who wants to get revenge on Fortunato for insulting him and his family for so many years. So Fortunato is a very he loves wine. Fortunato loves wine. So Montresor's plan to kill Fortunato is to invite him to drink Amontillado, a very famous wine from Spain, and eventually Fortunato agrees. So they go to Monchester's palace in his catacombs, and Monchester told Fortunato to put his hands against the wall and chained him. And Monchester starts building a wall while Fortunato begs for mercy, leaving him to die of asphyxiation. So he tells this story because even though he did get his revenge, um, he lives with the guilt all of his life, and he tells this story to kind of have some sense of peace in him. And he cannot believe that he did that, even though he Fortunato insulted him for many years. He still considered Fortunato to be his friend. And for art, I chose Timoclea Kills the Captain of Alexander the Great. This art is, this painting was made by Elisabetta Sirani in the year 1659. This historical painting took place in the year 335 BC, and the story is behind the painting of Plutarch's biography of Alexander the Great. So as we can see here, there's a woman and there's a man. The woman is Timoclea of Thebes, is a very wealthy woman that lived in ancient Greece. She got sexually assaulted by the captain of Alexander the Great, who's also named Alexander, while his troops scatter around the house looking for gold. After this act, Alexander asks her where she hid the gold, and she responds that she hid it in the garden's well. However, when they get to the well, she pushed him down the well, and she went and threw rocks at him to inside to eventually kill him. So this art piece is very powerful to a lot of women who went to the same thing of being sexually assaulted. And it shows that women have been going through the same issues forever, and the culprits never get punished. So they have to take the responsibility of punishing them. I like it because it also represents hierarchy in a way, because the assaulter is upside down and helpless while she stands firmly above him. And these are the works Saturday. Thank you very much for your attention, and bye.